Good morning, students. Today we will start indifference map topic. Before that, we had seen what is indifference curve. What is indifference curve? That is the inverse relationship between the goods Y consumption and goods X consumption. Clear? So that is the inverse relationship between the goods X and goods Y. So we had the downward sloping indifference curve. Already we had seen what is the indifference curve, which type of indifference curve we can use. We just use the one word, that is the bundle. Bundle, it means the combination of X and Y goods. Suppose we consume X goods, so how much X goods, and at that point how much Y goods. So that is the concept of the indifference curve. Today we will start the indifference map. When we are talking about the me, myself, and that is an individual concept. Clear? When we are talking about the family, so that is the family, is the group of the people. So just like that, indifference map. When you talking about the map concept, तो map अकेले एक चीज से मैप नहीं बनता. मैप इज द ग्रुप ऑफ द स्टेट और ग्रुप ऑफ द रिवर. अगर रिवर का मैप बताना है, पॉलिटिकल मैप है तो ग्रुप ऑफ द स्टेट्स ऑल्सो, ग्रुप ऑफ द कंट्रीज ऑल्सो. मतलब इट शुड बी इन द ग्रुप्स और वन एक से ज़्यादा लोगों को रिप्रेजेंट करना. सो जस्ट लाइक द इंडिफरेंस मैप, दैट इज द फैमिली ऑफ इंडिफरेंस कर्व इज कॉल्ड द इंडिफरेंस मैप. दिस इज द फैमिली, मम्मी पापा बेटा भाई बहन whatever. Fine. So on the y-axis we can just consider that is the quantity of goods y, and here the quantity of goods x. Here when we are talking about the indifference curve having the negative approach, because if we are consuming x more goods, that is the sacrificing of y goods. So that's why we just downward sloping to the rightward side, that is our indifference curve. Fine. So I1, I2, I3 and I4. So this is the group of the indifference curve. It is called the indifference map. But when we are talking about the, जब हम I1 से I3 तक जाते हैं, it means that should be in the right side. और मैंने बहुत बार बोला है, in our economic, if we are moving the right side, it means that is a positive effect. Clear? So if you are here, suppose when you are in the I1, you got the 2-3 bundle. 2-3 means two quantity of X goods and 3 quantity of Y goods. Now when we are going the right hand side, it means I1 to I2. It means you got the more satisfaction. Fine. Suppose you got the 3 in both sides. That is your new bundle. If you are moving the I2 to I3 side, so again you move the more satisfaction. So at that point, it means whenever you are moving at the right side, or we can say, so indifference curve in the right hand side, we got the indifferent curve in the upward side, it should be the more, given the more satisfaction or the positive direction. So it is called about the indifference map. Now the some properties or some features of the indifference curve according to the board. Before 2 years back, this is the syllabus of the board students. So for the board purpose, this is a very important concept. Fine. So property of the indifference curve, or we can say features of the indifference curve. First is the downward sloping to the right side. When we are talking about the, if the goods X and goods Y, we are taking the two goods in the y-axis y goods and x-axis x goods. So at that point, the two goods are there in the graph. So if that goods y, goods x having the negative approach or inverse approach, one is increase and second is decrease, it should be every time we got the downward sloping to the right side. That is the slope of the indifference curve. That is the first characteristics or first property of the indifference curve. Now the second is convex. When we are talking about the physics, convex and concave, I know you know people, right? This is the convex and this is the concave. Clear na? So IC curve having the convex approach, not concave approach. PPC having the concave approach. convex approach. Fine. Because of the MRC. जब हमने IC का लास्ट वीडियो में समझा था तो MRC और MRS ये दो MRS हमने कंसेप्ट समझा था रेशियो वाला, ठीक है. सो because of that should IC curve it become the convex slope. Next property of IC curve is two curves do not intersect each other. Two curves do not intersect each other, just like that. You just put that diagram like this. It means IC curve do not intersect each other. Maybe you are not able to see that. We just put here like this. IC curve never intersect each other. It means if we are demanding something, so that should be the, if we are demanding X goods, 2X goods, at that time we are demanding something of Y goods. This is not an equilibrium basis. Fine, it is not a equilibrium basis. When we are talking about the utility approach, it should be in the equilibrium basis. So the two indifference curves do not intersect each other. If they intersect, say at point B, suppose we can call that this is the B point. Fine. Suppose they are intersect at the point of B, then we get the contradictory result in terms of the preference of ranking. This is the based on the ranking कि हम किसको कितना preference दे रहे हैं. So अगर यहाँ intersect होता है, so that is the contradictory result और हम confused हो जाएंगे कि हम X goods खरीदें या Y goods खरीदें. So that is the again the difficulty arise to the consumer's mind कि suppose intersect होता है, it means intersect होता है, it means that is the equilibrium point. If you are getting the Y, you got the same satisfaction. If you are getting the X, that is also called the same satisfaction. So यहाँ consumer confused होता है कि हम X goods का consumption करें या Y goods का consumption करें. So ये consumer ये problem में नहीं आ जाए, इसलिए it is the never in the intersect each other. So the consumer must be indifference between them. By the same logic, consumer must be indifference between the I1 or I2 line, that is the two lines are there. So consumer results to be appear. Now the last characteristics is the higher IC represent a higher level of satisfaction. मैंने बताया जैसे जैसे आप higher level पे जाएंगे, you got the more satisfaction. So a higher indifference curve shows a higher level of satisfaction. It is because of the assumptions that the preference are monotonic. Since the higher indifference curve represent more quantities of one or both goods, a higher indifference curve shows the higher utility level. So it is all about the indifference curve and properties, indifference map and properties of the indifference curve. Our next topic is the budget line. Now the budget line. A budget line is a line which shows all possible combination of two goods that a consumer can buy with his given income and price of the commodity. It means simple terms में समझते हैं. If we are talking about the budget, what is budget? First we just plan out the whenever. Okay, so we can say we just plan out कि हम income कहाँ से करेंगे. So what are our sources of income, and that income we are just expending whenever we are expenditure. Fine. Simple example है, suppose your mother got 10,000 from your father at the 1st April or 1st of the every month. Now your mother just plan out the how to these 10,000 rupees consumed or expenditure in the day-to-day regular life used. Right? 1,000 for milk, 2,000 for vegetable and fruits, just like so. That is the budget. So first your mother got 10,000 rupees, and now your mother just plan out the how to that rupees consumed or expenditure by her, and just the saving factor is also there. So your mother expending entire budget. What is budget? पहले आपके पास कुछ पैसा है. Now how you are use this money? That is the planning. So budget concept is just a planning concept. So now we are talking about the two goods. Fine. Here our main motto of two goods. That is a bundle of two goods or combination of two goods. So budget line is a line which shows the all possible combination of two goods that a consumer can buy with his given income. So that 10,000 means it is the given income. And prices of the commodity. Price is never in our hand. Maybe the X goods price is 10 rupees and Y goods price is 20 rupees and I have 100 rupees. So what should I do? What should I do? That is the maybe the possible price of 10 and price of 20. If I have 100 rupees, what should I do? Possible combination. If I got the 10 into 10, it means 10 units of X goods. Second, if I got the 2, so we can say 20 rupees. So we have remaining something? No, we don't have remaining something balance to purchase the Y commodity. So 0, it means 0. So our entire 100 rupees will be consumed. Now here, if I got the X unit, 8 units of X, so it means 80 rupees. So now we got the Y units, 1 unit of Y also, so it should become the 20 or total 100. It means that is again the possible combination. This is one combination, तो it is called combination. कि कितना हम X goods खरीदेंगे और कितना हम Y खरीद सकते हैं at the given level of income and whatever price is going on in the market. This is not in our hand. Price is not in our hand. So whatever price, suppose goods X price is 10 and goods Y is 20 and our given income is 100. How we are justified? Suppose I am just purchasing the X goods 6 units. So it should be consumed the 60 rupees already consumed. Now I have remaining 40 rupees. So I can purchase the 2 units of Y also. So it should be the 100. Clear? So that is the possible combination at the given price of the commodity and the given income of the consumer. So this is called the budget line. Now the budget line Px into X plus Py into Y equal to M. M is denoted by the budget line. Now Px into X. Px is called the price of commodity X. X is the quantity of commodity X. And Py stand for price of commodity Y. And Y stand for quantity of commodity Y. So combination of this, it is called the budget or budget line. Now second concept is the budget set. What is budget set? It is the collection of all the possible bundles. That is again the collection of all possible bundles of the two goods that the consumer can buy with his income and the given price of commodity. So all the possible bundles are given. It means when we are talking about the budget set or budget line, the combination of budget set, budget line, it is called the budget set. Now here the graph of the budget line, that is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. On the y-axis we just set quantity of Y goods. In the x-axis we just consider the quantity of goods X. Now this is our budget line. Clear? So this is M upon Px. It means that is the denoted as the budget line of the Px. It means the at the point of the price of X goods. This is the quantity. So this is the point. Now MPy, this is the point when the whatever the price in the market of the Y goods, that is the point we got the in the y-axis. See the budget line slope. Budget line slope is always in the negative form. Again same criteria because of this set. This is the MRS. This is called the MRS. We already seen in the consumer equilibrium also. This is called the MRS on the whatever delta X and delta Y. So delta Y upon delta X equals to MRS. We already seen that in the previous video. So that is called the budget line. So and this is the slope of the budget budget line. So this happened, negative slope happened because of the MRS. It is delta y upon delta x, or we can say px upon py. So this is all about the budget line. Now some assumptions also we can do in the budget line, because without the assumption budget line prove करना बड़ा मुश्किल है. This happen only ना, प्राइस बढ़ सकती है, प्राइस कम हो सकती है, x गुड्स का प्राइस चेंज हो सकता है, x y गुड्स का प्राइस चेंज हो सकता है. So some factors are affecting in the budget line also. So we just assume that some factors are not changed, some factors are remain unchanged in the economy. So in the next period we just discuss about what are the assumptions of the budget line. That's all for today.